So I want to start this out by saying I was wrong. I was completely wrong. I really thought that when Elon took over Twitter, pretty much nothing would happen. It would be a story for like a week or two. And it wasn't. It's been a whirlwind of chaos. That's pretty much the best way to put it. There's just been a ton of stuff that's been going on, whether it be, people getting unbanned. He used the N word jumping up 500%, which I found hilarious. But now it's seeming like Twitter is going to be shut down because Elon Musk abruptly shut down Twitter offices as workers resign en masse. Twitter's offices abruptly shut down on Thursday as hundreds of employees refused to continue working under Elon Musk's new vision for the social platform. Company officials told employees that all buildings were being temporarily closed effective immediately and that their ability to render with ID access was suspended for the time being. Two people are familiar with the company's action and told Insider. The offices are expected to reopen Monday. Now, at first glance at this, you might be like, what? I don't think that they're going to close down forever. It just seems like maybe they hit a little bump in the road and they're going to keep on chugging. Well, let's keep reading. The closure came about an hour after Musk's 5 p.m. Eastern Time deadline for Twitter workers to officially sign onto his new, extremely hardcore plans for the company. Less than 50% of the company's remaining staff of roughly 4,000 people signed up to work at Twitter 2.0, as Insider reported, meaning they effectively resigned under the terms Musk offered in a Tuesday ultimatum. So yeah, Twitter's not doing so hot, and they haven't been doing so hot for a while. I mean, looking at the Twitter Blue thing, how Eli Lilly, something like that, got their stock tanked by billions just because of a single tweet. Like, that's so insane to me. Like, I'm surprised that we haven't heard any news of a lawsuit going down with Eli Lilly or whatever the name is trying to sue Twitter, because that's serious business right there. Like, billions obviously is like a ton of money, so big corporations like that aren't going to play about their money. So I don't know, maybe there is lawsuits and legal trouble to come. I'm not sure. But it's crazy to see how less than 50% of the company's remaining staff was willing to sign up at Twitter 2.0. Basically just being like, all right, we're done. We're not going to sign up for extra hours. In fact, I watch a YouTuber pretty often. His name is Joshua Fluke. And him and Elon would be very much so diametrically opposed, because he's always advocating for you can work from home. It's efficient. You don't have to see people in the office. You can save money on renting office space. Whereas Elon was of the mindset of, oh, okay, you will work in-house. We're bringing everybody in. There's not going to be any outsourcing of work. You will work here. You will have your work done here. That'll be that. I don't understand why he thought production was going to increase with everyone being in when it was working fine. Like, from a business standpoint, Twitter was pretty much doing fine ever since its pretty much inception. And ever since he came in, it's been a rocky road. Nothing company threatening until now. Which, if you're Elon, makes you kind of think like, well, hey, this definitely was not worth it, because it's just a bunch of added stress for no reason. It would have been nice for him to achieve his goals. I think his goals were very nice. Hey, let's have free speech. Let's create a free speech square. This is the free speech square. I have the money. I'm going to buy it. At this rate, he might have been better off just giving his money to the UN for that world hunger thing that they were going on about. Was it the UN or somebody like that? Because honestly, at least in theory, he would have been doing more. Back then I was like, you know what? Hey, let him do what he wants with his money. But now he's just tanked the social media platform at this rate. I don't know what he's going to do. It's really interesting. Genuinely unlike anything I've ever seen with any type of business. Like, this might be like the most high profile like social media collapse. Obviously, there's bigger like businesses collapse like Enron. They're escaping me at this point, but that's because I'm on the spot. Anyway, Quentin Reviews actually had a good take on this situation, which might be like the second most surprising thing about this entire drama or ordeal that's going down. There are 925 employees currently at Twitter who haven't quit or have been fired. Out of these, how many do you think honestly believe in Elon's quest for Twitter 2.0? And how many are just like, when they make the documentary about this guy, I'm going to be the one to be interviewed? At this point, I don't think that the company's got too much of a chance of, trucking on. Who knows? Sometimes, you get that final fourth quarter push and you just win the game. I'm not seeing that. I don't know. Unless Elon pulls something like crazy. And at this point, he's lost favor with his employees. People are starting to lose faith in him. People who were big supporters of him. Even It's a Gundam who was like not a huge supporter of him, but was like, hey, I want to see this guy, succeed. He was sort of like me, but I was like, I didn't think he was going to go very far. And I kind of criticized the move. But he was more favorable towards him. Even he was like just making fun of him in his recent video, because as of right now, it's just been a pile of just mishap after mishap after mishap. I don't know, but this might be the one that just knocks the pile over, and there's no Twitter, and it goes the way of Vine, which is insane to think about. Like, this literal staple of culture at this point. This thing that influences political movements and all sorts of things suddenly being tanked for pretty much no reason. And I went to go look at Elon's Twitter and see if he had anything to say about it. And he was sort of just smiling through the pain, just being like, it is what it is. How do you make a small fortune in social media? Start out with a large one, which, I wouldn't sink any more money in this if I were him. I'd probably try to sell it. You know what, Elon? I will buy Twitter. I will buy Twitter off of you for $5. I will give you the $5. You'll instantly stop losing money, and I'll just take it into the ground because I have no idea how to run a social media platform. But it's like Monday morning quarterbacking. You sort of just sit back and you're like, I could do a better job than this. I could do better than that. But it almost feels true in this situation. Like, I have no idea what this guy is doing. This doesn't feel very, very genius to me. I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe it's like this genius play. He's cutting out the wheat from the chaff. And once he's got all the bad people away, he'll use the 900 employees he has left to run a platform with billions of people on it. Like, at this point, who even moderates like this stuff? By the way, Twitter has lost their entire payroll department. That was a big story to me, at least. Obviously, they'll like all be replaced, but still, you don't have anybody to pay your employees. Like, it's just such a cesspit over there. I don't know what it is that's just driving this company like into the ground. Like, I don't want to blame it all on Elon, because like there must have been like some sort of build up. Like, there's no way that like unless he might just be an idiot. Actually, quite honestly, I might be just giving him too much credit. Genuinely, it seems like he just ruined the company, and he's clearly not moving like a genius right now. If you disagree, let me know. Maybe you think that somehow this is actually like a insane ploy. I'm not seeing it. That's just how I feel. That's how I'm, watching the planes of existence right now. That's such a weird phrase. But basically, Twitter's pretty much done for unless something happens. I think that if it doesn't like abruptly end, it's just going to be a slow ease off into that sweet night. But that's where I'm going to end it. Thank you all for watching. Goodbye.